is the deal, beautiful people? It's your boy Ramon, Lifestyles Defined, Apple iPhone 6 Plus. Not going to go very deep in this review. I'm going to keep it short, mainly because I did the iPhone 6 review, and this is largely the same, with the exceptions of one or two things. So, for a lot of the meat and potatoes, head on over to the iPhone 6 review, check that out, then come back here, watch it again, however you want to tackle that. So, off to the left side of the device, we've got my all-time favorite, that little mute switch. Man, I love that switch. We got the volume up, the volume down. Off to the right side, we've got the power button. At the bottom of the device, there is the speaker grill. You got the lightning charger port, and you've got your headphone jack. To the top, nothing. Very clean, very, very clean device. I mean, I like it. At the back, you've got that Apple sign, and of course, you got the protruding camera. We'll get into the camera in a minute. And yeah, I don't know, that dual antenna stripe at the back, I really don't like that, man. I think that's god awful. I don't understand why it's there, but whatever. Not entirely a deal breaker in the design. To the front, we've got that beautiful 5.5-inch display, which is what makes the plus, right? So the regular iPhone 6 comes in with a 5-inch display, and this guy went pretty much balls to the wall phablet. So with that 5.5 display, it puts it around the realms of a Note and like the LG G3. But interestingly enough, the resolution is only 1080p, and Apple chose not to get into the resolution war there, and their reasons for doing this are valid. You know, they like to say at the length that you'll be holding this phone and the size of the phone, the pixels aren't you can't see these pixels, which I think is a good way to attack that, right? It's not so much of cramming the most you can cram. It's like, is it good enough? Yes, well, that's fine for us. Maybe that's not what we're used to from Apple, but hey, it works. The 1080p screen is gorgeous. So that's one deciding factor that makes the 6 Plus different than the 6. And the second would definitely be the camera. So this has got that 8 megapixel camera, close to the same optics as the 6, but here you have the optical image stabilization, which means the camera has a mechanism that moves in all directions to counterbalance your movement. Because even when you think you're holding still, you're really not, and pictures aren't really always as sharp as they should be. So the OIS does a good job at taking care of that for you. And because of this, things like night shots look a lot better. You see a few examples here. It does a good job. I like the camera. I mean, you guys already know I'm a Windows Phone guy. I'm a Lumia guy, so I'm used to a different pedigree of quality. But this is definitely a dope camera by all means. So I would never take that away from it. Where this phone starts to really fall short, and I mean in so many more ways than one, is the software experience. You know, it's almost as if the phone has a huge screen for literally no reason. So if you look at the home screen, versus something like a 1520, there isn't anything going on, and that really annoys me. You know, it's something with this much screen real estate. I need information to populate that. You know, one of the really amazing things about your very first moments with a Lumia 1520, which has a 6-inch display, by the way, is how much more information you can get on the screen with the bigger tiles and how much clearer they look. Here, it's still the same old icons with a badge. Like that's so long in the tooth, it's not even funny. And I remember using like a Note 2 for the first time. Like, wow, this is so dope. Like the Gmail widget was actually big enough that I can preview and I can open emails from there. Like, it was so dope. None of that is happening here. I mean, they sell you this thing where you can turn it sideways and the home screen goes sideways. Like, okay, that's sort of lame. And then they sell you the sideways view in the Mail app. It's still sort of lame, you know. Everything just looks bigger, and that defeats the purpose. Now, I don't want a big screen for the sake of everything just looking bigger. I want a bigger screen. I want more real estate, with the promise that the way data is portrayed on the screen sort of rearranges and it gets smarter. I can see more now. I just don't get that feeling from the 6 Plus. And on top of that, it can be, for such a big phone for some people, I feel like the benefits of having a big phone just don't exist here. But if you want that big battery, if you're that person who's tired of your iPhone dying by 12 o'clock, then the iPhone 6 Plus might be for you. And if you're that person who just wants that OIS, that better camera, then the iPhone 6 Plus must be for you. And it really sucks to see Apple do that, that, I don't know if you can call that a fragmentation, but they definitely have that split in the middle. There's a lot of people I know who really want the OIS and the better camera and the better battery life, but they don't want the bigger device. And I don't know what to say here. It doesn't seem like a complete experience in terms of the 6 Plus at all. But yeah, some people find it. Listen, I'm not a big iOS guy. Some people, iOS is bread and butter. It's what they use every day, and they do want a big ass screen with a bigger experience of that. That's fine. But for me, I can't recommend it. I can't recommend it over the iPhone 6. The iPhone 6 is really dope. I feel like if I would have to recommend the 6 Plus over the 6 for very specific reasons, and even then it's hard. It's very difficult to recommend a phone for one reason when there's 15 different factors that play a part. But yeah, like the video if you liked it. Hit the comment below if you agree or disagree, and always subscribe. We're always doing a lot of reviews over here, tons of content. We got our podcast going on. We got our That's the Lifestyle series. We got our AMAs, our Ask Us Anythings. Hit the comments, people. It's your boy. I'm out of here. Peace.